Hey, it's Tiffany with the Slightly Anxious podcast. Today I have the one, the only Pistol Chavez, up and coming. I don't even know if up and coming is the right thing. You're kind of there.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
A model, athlete, basketball influencer, singer. Am I missing anything?
Oh man, you got enough of it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So just like kind of a background. You're 17 years old. You're still in high school, but you've really hit the numbers on social media. Like, what's going through your mind with that?
In the beginning, I can't even lie, it was like a joke. At the start of April, a lot of my friends were doing it, and shout out to them. They kind of inspired me to do content, not only the content that they were doing, but the content that I was thinking of was basketball. And I started doing a lot of basketball stuff, relatable basketball videos, relatable content in general. And it really started to do numbers on TikTok. And I was like, oh, all right, let me start Instagram with it. Let me see what I could do. And it just started to do a lot of numbers, and then I ended up doing a lot of series. Shout out to Friday Night Lights, and it went from 0 to 100 pretty quick.
What do you think is resonating with people?
I think mainly they're seeing up and coming out of Colorado, and the people who are from Colorado, like, we don't really get a lot of recognition, as a state in terms of content creators, and they're mainly seeing some inspiration with it, is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they get a good laugh out of it every once in a while, and that they really vibe with it. And most importantly, I put God first in everything in my content, and I really hope that my ministry is through it as well.
Who are your personal social influences or social media influencers that you normally watch that are kind of your peers?
Actually, shout out to him, Quincy Helsel. Very popularity guy from Colorado, went to Mountain Range High School. Me and him have had many conversations, and he's been nothing but an inspiration to me in terms of the basketball content. Coming from a young age, he started when he was around 12, 13, and basically, talked to him a couple times. Quincy, what's the key? What do I do? And he gave me a couple good tips, so I'm really grateful to him for that. And shout out to Kevin Toby as well. So Kevin Toby is also on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, and he's a very famous basketball influencer, and he put me through a lot of his tips, and it really did numbers for me, so shout out to them.
Can you share one or two of those tips?
Yeah, so the main thing is being consistent. If you want to post content, you got to do the same time every day, same hashtag, same relevance, and that's really going to get you those numbers, even if it doesn't start that way. I was getting 10 likes per video at first. You really just got to stay consistent. The more people that start viewing your video, the more people are going to like it, the more people are going to find love with it. And even if you're not getting those big numbers right away, cherish your likes, cherish your 10 to 15 likes. Because imagine if there's 10 to 15 people in this room looking at you, they're going to think, oh, I like this stuff, So the main thing is being consistent, I would say.
As far as your social media influencers, you watch these guys grow, because I follow Quincy as well, and he has a huge following. And I'm sure there's a lot of things you admired about him, things he put out. How do you feel knowing now that you're that guy for tens of thousands of people?
Yeah, it's definitely life-changing. My whole life has basically changed over the summer in terms of, the recognition.
Fast,
and it was a couple months. It went 0 to 100, man. And, get everywhere you go. You see one or two people, oh, what's up, Pistol? Like, oh, what's up, man? Appreciate you.
What does that feel like? They just come up, they're like, I love what you're doing.
It's humbling in a way. And then it's like, oh, I'm doing something in this community. I'm doing something to change, the world. And being a little vessel is just extremely humbling. And it's just awesome, in all honesty, to have people recognize you, and for the right thing.
Right.
At least it's for the right thing,
Where do you see all of this going? What do you think? What are you trying to manifest and bring in?
Yeah, I want to manifest some bigger name brand deals. I want to try to get to a spot where it's like, I'm not going to stop here. I want to keep going. I don't really want there to be a limit. I just want to keep going. But my main goal, to be honest with you, is to have enough followers and to be able to make enough money off social media where that's my life. Obviously, basketball is very important to me, but at the same time, basketball is not everything. And I found other ways besides basketball to grow, and that's basically my main goal, to make a living off of it.
And then how are your friends involved? Because I see like a lot of you guys or your buddies, you're going to games and all this stuff. Like, what kind of things are you doing now to grow that following?
Big shout out to Elijah, Eli, Dominic, Cam. Matthew Peterson and those guys. I love you guys, love you boys, and they've been nothing but supportive. Since day one, they've said, "Pistol, you got this," and being an inspiration to them, starting content. They started to do content as well.
Yay!
And a couple of them have been doing, good numbers. And big shout out to them. They've been nothing but support. But this Friday Night Lights thing, it started off as a joke as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
What is that? Give me some background on that.
So Friday Night Lights, from the beginning, it was a thing where me and my friends bring a couple cameramen, do some highlights of the game, interview the fans, parents, have a good time. And in the beginning, it was just, oh, who are these guys with cameras? But over time, I mean, I made a post about it as well. It's been getting 500 to 600,000 views.
Oh, wow.
In all the posts. And a lot of people are seeing it. And it's actually, it went from something, okay, what is this, to this is something we look forward to every week. And what I have my followers do is every week we pick a certain game to go to. And we're like, what game do you guys want us to go to? And whatever comments get the most recognition is where we go.
Oh.
So
where the people want.
Exactly, where the people want. And we've actually had many people pull up specifically to see the camera, get some interviews. And it's really cool, in all honesty, to have my friends do that with me as well.
That is so fun.
Yeah.
I think that's the best when you can bring your community up with you.
Yeah.
When you first started, you said, people were like, who's this with the camera and everything? Like, how did you get through that? Because I feel like that's a roadblock for a lot of people, that initial public perception or being perceived by people, or nobody really know what you're doing, being like, what the heck? Like, what was going through your mind? Like, how did you kind of overcome that to get where you are?
Yeah, when people would ask, there's some people who would kind of stray away and be like, oh, we're just here having fun. But no, we'll tell these people what we're doing and what our names are and how we're growing. And over time, I just kept doing that, kept telling people, oh, I'm Pistol Chavez. This is Friday Night Lights. This is what we do. And week after week after week, it would get more recognition, to the point where it'd be getting tens of thousands of views on a singular post. And getting over that hump of, like you said, who are these people, to, oh, that's Pistol. They're supposed to be here. It really just depends on, how consistently the posts come in, and getting those people to follow me at the game. Just say, oh yeah, let me give you my Instagram, follow them back, and then they'll see my stuff as well. It's just about the community and kind of interacting with the people that are asking. And not only the people that are asking, but asking other people for on-camera interviews. Hey, do you want to get interviewed? Show them my channel. Here, you should follow. Like, we're up and coming.
Who kind of taught you that, to go up to people like, hey, how's it going?
My dad, Coach Peter, Colorado Lightning. He is, first of all, a very strong Christian man in his faith, and he is the type of guy that will go walk up to anyone. So I kind of adapted that from him,
Yeah.
And yeah, you know him as well, and he's just an all outgoing dude, and I really take after him in that, and not being, ashamed of who you are, or what you're doing. Just walking up to someone, introducing yourself is just good in itself. So that's where I really adapted it from.
I have to know, where did the name Pistol come from? Because that's not your name, right?
Legal name is Peter Chavez.
Okay.
If a lot of people actually don't know that, which is fascinating. From day one, I always had a basketball in my hands, and it's all I wanted to do was play basketball. Go shoot on a 7-foot rim at the park, or a mini hoop in my house. And I adapted basketball really well until I was about 3 or 4. I played in, little leagues, the YMCA, Highland Hills. And my grandfather came to one of my games. And he's an old school guy. He loves, Larry Bird, Pete Maravich, Magic Johnson. And I scored 32 points as a preschooler against kindergartners and first graders. And
oh, wow.
After the game, he came up to me and said, you know what? You play like the Pistol. And I was like, I don't know who that is, but thanks.
Done. That is my name from this day forward.
And there's a movie called The Pistol.
Oh.
And I watched it with my dad, and I couldn't put that movie down. Every day I'd watch it. I would learn how to spin the ball on my finger. I'd learn how to do the spider between the legs, the shooting drills that he used to do. And he really became my idol in a sort of way, something that I really looked forward to. And I just took Pistol and I ran with it, man. And you don't know a lot of Pistols these days, so it's good to have a little unique nickname.
You're very comfortable on camera. You're fine going to people and stuff. But what about like the singing side of it? How's that going? Like, where did you start off with that?
In my opinion, maybe someone could scratch that off, but I wasn't a good singer growing up at all. And I tried, and my whole family's good at singing, and I wasn't, and I was the only one that wasn't.
Your entire family?
Entire family.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I wasn't. And it, it kind of made me mad because it's like, well, my whole family can kind of sing and then I can, and I really want to learn. So in ninth grade, I joined choir. Huge shout out to my choir teacher. She taught me some very good vocal warm-ups, some very good ways to sing. And my dad's a singer. He's like, Pistol, you want to learn how to sing? I'm like, yes, Dad. I love music. I love R&B. I love what you love. Over and over again, repetition is what really got me to where I am. It wasn't natural for me. Had to work a little hard, and just started singing every day. And over the years, it's really developed into a decent tone. I'd say I'm decent.
Okay. No, I think you're decent. Like, I'm going to play a clip of that of you singing. What is your favorite genre to sing?
R&B. Popular group called New Edition, Boys to Men. That's all I listened to. Old R&B, new R&B, it's my jam.
So singing wise, say if that was, incorporated to your career, your success, where do you think you would end up?
Me and my friend Rody Aldrin, he's a decently popular artist in Denver. We're going to be working on a couple projects coming up soon, a couple songs, a couple music videos. Very excited for that. And decently popular artist, Tail Glacier, very good friends with him. He made a couple popular songs a couple years ago, and he's an up-and-coming artist as well. Stationed in New Zealand. We got a couple projects coming next summer. I'm going to fly out there and we're going to record some stuff, and just to get that, recognition from them. And Rody's been nothing but a blessing to me, and with his studio, we've just been going in there, and we're going to start recording here soon, so I'm excited.
So where can people find you?
All my handles are the same. Don't you know Pistol? DONTYKPISTOL.
That sounds great. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having
coming
me.
in. Yeah.
This is awesome. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, ma'am.
And cut.
Still leaving that in.